action here. This is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today, it's week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs
and the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
The drive starts with a run by White.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store, as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Chiefs, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
On second down, here's Watson. That's caught by Waller out left side. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Watson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some space here. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Right back to him on 1st down. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up the first down.
They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0.
Raiders, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Back to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 14-0.
14. Raiders, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And this one is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Watson. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The Raiders at 4-6 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That's complete to John Ross. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
What's 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Now the man from Kentucky, this is Lynn Bowden. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try it again with Bowden. And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! Lynn Bowden taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's got Renfro on the out route. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Faking the give. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
That's good for a Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Second and 10. Watson now to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Let's go now.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go up top again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Well, this looks like a roughing call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll take this to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And down he'll go at the 25.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Watson on first down. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
From the 38, Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
He gets this one complete to Bowden. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Watson's throw taken in by... And a loose football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them start... security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. He'll drop to throw. Looking for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. Butker's kick here is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On 1st down, it's Watson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Watson. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Watson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Hands it off out of the gun. 102 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And the Chiefs are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after